wanted to talk about Alphonso's little injury there that happened the other day, because it was obviously an injury scare. No Canadian wants to see that. But I'm more so Gareth Wheeler on One Soccer. Shout out to One Soccer. Good folk over there. They do great work. But he made some comments that I found very interesting. He feels that Bayern Munich should be responsible for Alphonso being injured because he's playing so much football that they're overplaying him. That's like, oh, why are you playing him in the Champions League when you've already won the group, this and that? And like, I mean, I get where he's coming from. At the same time, it's like they pay him a lot of money to play. He's their best.
You're under contract.
Yeah.
For that club. The country is important, but at the moment, it's not international.
Yeah, and
it's not Bayern Munich's fault that they have these games.
He also mentioned like Alphonso is known to be kind of injury prone, but at the same time, if he's fit, they're gonna play him. Like
they need to win. Bayern are, especially in the league, they're like only in first by like a point.
Yeah, by a point. It's kind of tight up.
Union Berlin.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll go to that, but later. But
Brett, what do you think?
Well, especially like you said, they're only up by a point after being down the entire season. Union Berlin's been leading the Bundesliga the entire year. You gotta play. You're there to play for their team, for your team. You're playing in very important games as well. So does that mean that Leon Goretzka shouldn't play then? Should Kimmich not play?
Exactly.
Should Mane not play?
You make a good point. And I went to this TikTok that they posted about Gareth Wheeler making this point. Somebody made a comment. Alphonso Davies has played 1,543 minutes in the first half of the season, less than Kimmich and Upamecano, and on par with starting players. So all these players have played the same amount of minutes. So maybe should Bayern be dropping Kimmich, Goretzka, the German players? I'm sure Bayern cares more about the German players than the Canadian players, right?
I'm sure it's just kind of a thing you don't want. You never want injuries, and you don't want that to happen. And Alphonso has had some more injuries,
but it's a win-loss situation, because in the sense, sure, you don't want Alphonso playing many minutes before the World Cup because of an injury scare, but you also want him playing so that he'll be match fit for the World Cup.
100%.
You know, you want to be sharp. You want that sharpness before the World Cup. So it's give or take, right?
And we're lucky though. He's not. He'll be better.
Yeah, thankfully it wasn't anything major, right? And hopefully he can play at his fullest for the World Cup. We don't know. Like Gareth Wheeler also mentioned that on Twitter. He's like, well, is he going to be 100%? Are we going to get...
No one's 100%. Yeah. Nobody who is going into that World Cup is 100%.
But Alphonso's not, unless it's serious, he's not missing games.
Yeah, 100%. And in the same breath, now do you go and blame United for Varane's injury? You go and blame Chelsea
That's what I said.
For Conte's injury. Do you go? You can go and take a look at.
Do these clubs all of a sudden play reserve teams before the World Cup?
Yeah,
no,
that's not how it works.
All of a sudden, we're seeing Eric Bailly play again. There it is.
It's I don't know. You can't really blame clubs for playing their players.